After that, we will hear from Seçil Dağtaş, who is a University of Toronto alumni and assistant professor at the University of Waterloo in Canada. Her research attends to how people make, cross, and surpass religious boundaries, with a particular focus on the relationship between Islam and secularism, the Islamic conduct with Christian and Jewish communities, and the legacy of the Ottoman regime of diversity in the Muslim world. Her current project entails an ethnographic study of refugee-minority relations along the Turkish-Syrian border. Today, her talk will be titled, On Governing Difference as a Condition for Sovereignty and Non-Sovereignties in Turkey.
For constitutional change in Turkey to replace the parliamentary system with a presidential one, the billboards for the Yes campaign featured a photo of President Erdogan with the verse of a poem by the influential Turkish Islamic writer Sezai Karakoç. Ne yapsalar boş, göklerden gelen bir karar vardır, the verse read, meaning in English, they try in vain, yet the decision comes from the heavens. Often praised for his oratory skills and political charisma, Erdogan himself had recited the poem in his public speeches as part of his presidential campaign since 2014. Removed from its political and aesthetic context, the poetic verse in this rhetorical adoption sought to legitimize Erdogan's leadership against his opponents, connoted in the verse as they who try. The key to this effort of legitimation was the conflation of two sovereign and transcendent decision makers, the nation's people with electoral power, who are also the addressee of the campaign, and God as a celestial figure who grants people with such power in the first place. While the ultimate decision belongs to God, the campaign implied, the responsibility to realize this decision lay on citizens in opposition to those who have politically and theologically diverged from the true path. The irony in this conflation is that the popular sovereignty of Turkey's electoral and social body, as in many liberal democracies, rests on a departure from rather than a reconfiguration of the sovereign rule of God. The concept of national will, milli irade in Turkish, originated in secularist state formation with a shift of power from the ideally unified rule of the Sultanate and the Caliphate of a collapsing empire to a republican regime. Moreover, the classical theological understandings of the Muslim Ummah that Erdogan invoked in public rallies, sometimes with a Quran in his hand and an appeal to the Ottoman Empire's Islamic legacy, is, and I'm quoting Talal Assad here, neither limited to a specific polity nor sovereign. End quote. Its promise for eventually embracing all of humanity remains in access to both the imagined worldliness of secular nationalism and the Islamist attempts to accord it to contemporary political predicaments. How then can we make sense of this conflation under the current political conditions in Turkey and beyond? What continuities and which shifts does it reveal concerning the secularity of sovereign power and the nation-state as its primary vehicle? And how do people it appeals to and excludes relate to it, or do not relate to it? My reflections today will engage the workshop themes in light of these questions, focusing on two cases of sovereign exception in Turkey, groups called religious minorities and displaced Syrians. The former group is legally recognized as citizens, yet their religious difference has historically and morally positioned them outside the contours of nationhood. The latter has found some sort of acceptance into the nation through a formal discourse of religious kinship and hospitality. This acceptance, however, has worked to obscure their exclusion from the political system as non-citizens. While seemingly occupying contradictory positions, both of these subjects turn our attention away from state-citizen relations to understand sovereignty to the margins of national citizenship. As some of yesterday's presentations have also discussed, they show how the exercise of state sovereignty is intricately bound up with the question of governing difference.